My name is Jane Russell and I am the principal violist for the Sudbury Symphony as well as an instructor at the Sudbury Symphony Conservatory. Well, my parents are Canadian and they had gone over to England to work, and then they decided to move back to Canada, so we moved to, well, outside of Ottawa. And so then I was studying with a violinist from the NAC orchestra for a while, and then we moved to British Columbia and I continued my studies there, and that's when I was introduced to the viola. Before Sudbury, I was completing my Masters of Music at McGill University, studying with Andre Roy, doing my Masters of Performance on viola. If I'm playing viola repertoire, probably my favorite piece so far would be the Shostakovich Viola Sonata for viola and piano. That's a fantastic piece. I guess I tend to be drawn to sort of the darker pieces, the darker side of things, but I also really enjoy seeking out not as well-known composers, especially Canadian women composers. I think that's really important, to find Canadian composers and to sort of champion their music, and especially being a woman playing women's music, that's also important to me. I think if you look at the history books, you know, all of the composers we can sort of list off easily are all men. You know, and the history books have generally been written by men for men, and so trying to look beyond that and find a women's history. You know, you don't hear about Clara Schumann as much as you do about Robert. So, you know, looking beyond, you know, the dead white men to white women, or women, I guess, in general, in Canada. And, you know, being Canadian, it's always important to champion Canadian works. Jean Coulthard I really enjoy playing her viola sonata that she has, and Rebecca Clark, she's American, but her work is also fantastic, but doesn't get played as much, and I think that's, you know, a bit of a shame that people don't seek out those works more. I love Ramsey Lake. I love running beside it, skating on it, canoeing in it, swimming in it. Definitely the access to the outdoors is probably one of my favorite things about it, being able to go hiking and cross-country skiing, and having that really close access to nature. I really enjoy that. I love to cook, but I do love to spend a lot of time outside. And then if I am inside, you know, planning the next trip, the camping trip or the canoeing trip, you know, I've been to the Yukon and canoed there, and canoed around Ontario and all over BC, so that's my passion.